Good evening. This is Dominic with TheBackVlog. A few days ago, I finished a game that has been over a year in the almost a year in the making, 10 months in the making. I've been playing this game on and off. Um, and that was Dreamcore. A very interesting, I don't even want to really call it a game. It's more of just like an experience, I guess, like a multimedia, well, not multimedia, but like it's just something to experience. It's a liminal space kind of game. You're walking through these endless corridors, these mazes, and trying to like not really solve puzzles, but like trying to like figure out what is going on and trying to escape in these levels. And it's such an intimidating game, and it's genuinely unnerving. And the sound design, when you play this game with headphones, the sound design really like gets under your skin every so often. Conceptually, thinking about like a liminal space game, you think it's gonna be scarier than it is, because after a little while you start to get frustrated a little bit because you're not really making any progress, and it's not like it kind of like loses its momentum if you're not making any progress. But when you are making progress, the momentum, I will get to that. I will get to that in a little bit. But you know, you have these corridors, and like the set design of these places. You have like the dream pools, you have the hotel, you have the neighborhood and the playrooms and stuff. And I think that's it. But like the level design, or I guess the environmental design in these is really serene and surreal. But when you have to find specific items and it feels like you're just going around in circles, which sometimes you are, it can get a little frustrating. But that's not to say that there isn't something here, because the moments where this shines, I can think of like two specific areas of this game that really got to, actually maybe three. I don't think the playrooms was really unnerving as much as it was just frustrating. I think I read that the developers had to nerf it a little bit because the spaces were just too big, and like, you know, you had to like find these generators, but you had to find the keys to get into the rooms with the generator, so you have to find the keys too. So like that's like a whole thing. The playrooms is definitely my least favorite, but the dream pools, you know, it's really simulating being lost in that. And whenever you come across some of like the hidden areas in the dream pools, it gets really, it takes you aback, you know. The fact that there's no explanation is really terrifying. You have like this red area, and it's just like, it's nothing but like red and blackness, which is like a really heavy contrast to like the bathroom tile that you've been walking through for however long. And it's just, it feels like you're really in danger there. I think that section is incredible. In the suburbia level, I don't remember what it's called, but I think I really like that one most out of all of them, just because there seemed to be at least somewhat of a clear progression, as long as you take notice of the environmental cues. And the hint that I'll give you is the giant eye in the sky. But there's this one section, you're walking through like this office hallway or whatever, and like it ramps up your speed, and it like distorts your surroundings, and like, and the audio design is so abrasive, and like nothing like this has happened in this game since, where, you know, you're walking through these rooms, you're walking through doors and everything, and you know, you're like exploring and everything, but like just inexplicably you open this one door in the suburbia level, and you go down this hallway, and it's like, it feels like you're going to die, and it's like it's so terrifying. Um, I was like I played this section that I'm talking about a very, very long time ago. Um, but I still remember it very vividly. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it just because of how terrifying it was. You know, lights off, headphones. That's the way to play this game. You fully immerse yourself, and oh man, dude, there were sessions I was up until 2 in the morning playing this, like just like trying to figure out how to get through everything. And you know, it's also a game just to relax with, despite the horror of it. Uh, so like if you ever want something to just relax with, you know, Dreamcore is the thing to do. Um, but I want to talk about the last level as of the time of recording this, because it sounds like there's going to be another one at some point this year. The liminal hotels, where you know you're going through the hotel, and like that was another thing where I was kind of like getting frustrated because I felt like I was actually making progress, and then I just got stuck for a good 2 hours, just wandering the same hallways and like trying to find my way out. I finally did, and you escape the hotel. This is a spoilers for Dreamcore just in general, but you escape the hotel, and for context, I played this at 3 p.m. So, you know, it's daylight. I still have my headphones on, but I have the light on, the windows are open, so like there's daylight, and my dog is like hanging out with me. So she's not like asleep or anything. But like even then, again, like it shivers. Like I'm getting really emotional, not emotional, but like overwhelmed talking about it. It's genuinely terrifying. If I played the end of the liminal hotels at night by myself, I would have shit bricks, dude. Because you know the thing is, like with Dreamcore, there's nothing really following you. There's no monster or anything. So like, once you realize that, that tension is just kind of gone. You're not being followed. I mean, you like arguably by the little smiley face guy, you're being followed, but it's really a game of exploration instead of survival. But at the end of the liminal hotel, you escape through the elevator. Where it takes you is the freaking Twin Peaks Red Room. You can't just drop me in the Twin Peaks Red Room and expect me to be okay with it. Especially whenever the curtains are a maze in and itself. But you're walking through the Red Room, and then there's like a visual distortion, like a VHS artifact, and at the bottom it says, what if Nexialist was here? And if I knew who Nexialist, I did look it up afterwards, but I definitely knew that name. But if I knew who Nexialist was prior to this, I would have been, that would have made it even more uncomfortable. But if you don't know, Nexialist is he's not really a cult leader, but he was very heavily believed to be a cult leader for a long time on, I believe it was worlds.com, which was kind of like a web client MMO from the late 90s and early 2000s. Which, you know, it's a very niche thing now, but the servers are still somehow up. But, you know, you have this guy named Nexialist who, like, always creeps on people who decide to venture into worlds.com and, you know, just kind of creep them out and show them, like, satanic imagery and try to, like, get them to join a cult and everything. So, like, that was, like, a big urban legend for a little while there. But, yeah, so you have that text box there. And then you make it to the end of the maze, and you have all the little smiley face dudes. And there's like this really abrasive sound effect. I don't remember what it might be, like a siren, or like a Silent Hill-esque siren or something. It could be that. I don't remember what exactly it was. But like this thing is like, it's shooting through my veins. And in a very unprecedented manner, because this has never happened up to this game before, all of the smiley faces In unison, like, you know, they're all facing different directions, but in unison they move, or they rotate towards the direction that you're in, and they all just stare at you, and then they approach, and then that's the end. And it's like, it's so fucking scary. It's so good, dude. Like, the frustrating aspects of Dreamcore are worth the horrifying payoffs, if that's what you're looking for. Yeah, I really like Dreamcore a lot. It's not really something I can recommend because it's not a video game. It's an experience. You really have to know what you're getting yourself into before going into this. But if any of this sounds intriguing to you, you have to check out this game, even if it's just for, you know, dipping in for a few minutes every once in a while to, you know, the dream pools and like just getting lost to escape. But yeah, Dreamcore, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.